Today we will review number bonds and missing addends.
Alright, so what we're doing today is just having a little bit of review of what we learned last week with number bonds, 10 frames, and those missing addends. So the first thing that we're going to be looking at is our number bonds. We're going to be doing a set of addition and subtraction with our number bonds. And what we're going to be focusing on is something called commutative property. So now that we know what commutative property is, let's go ahead and fill in our number bonds here. We know that if we have a number sentence that looks like this, 3 plus 7 equals, and we're trying to find the sum, we're going to leave our big circle up here, the whole, empty, and we're just going to fill in our parts with the numbers that we already know. So we have 3 as one of our parts, and we have 7 as one of our parts. 3 plus 7, start with your largest number, 7, 8, 9, 10. So our whole is a 10, and you should automatically know those pairs by now. So if 3 plus 7 equals 10, if we just switch those numbers around like we learned, we know that 7 plus 3 equals 10. So when you're using the same numbers and you're just switching them around, the sum does not change. That is what I'm talking about when we say commutative property. You're using the same numbers, you're just switching them, and the sum stays the same. Let's look at one when we are doing a subtraction sentence. We have 8 minus 2 equals something. Remember with subtraction, your number that you start with is always the greatest number. You're starting with the greatest and you're subtracting a part. So this number right here, number 8, I'm going to put as my whole. And I'm going to fill in the part that we know. So I have 2. So we want to know, what is 8 minus 2? Or you can think of it as 2 plus what equals 8. So just like a number sentence, 8 minus 2, let's start at 8. We're going to subtract 2. 8, 7, 6. Our other part is 6. 8 minus 2 equals 6. And with that commutative property, again, we can just switch those numbers around. So if I know that 8 minus 2 equals 6, same goes for 8 minus 6. Switch those numbers around. 8 minus 6 equals 2. And that's our commutative properties. Now let's take a look. And we're going to do something a little bit different. And we're going to circle all the number sentences that are true. True means that you can prove it and it's right. So we're going to take a look at all these number sentences here. We're going to solve for them. And we're going to figure out if they're true or false. And if they're true, we're going to circle them. So let's take a look at our first one over here. 0 plus 10 equals 10. Now this one might be kind of easy, but we want to be able to prove it and say that it is true. So if I have 0 and I add 10, we'll do a 10 frame. 1, 2, 3. If I have 0, I'm not going to color in any squares over there, and I add 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, does that equal 10? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is true. So we want to circle that one. We solved for it, we found out, and we could prove it. 0 plus 10 does equal 10. Let's try our next one. 5 plus 5 equals 10. Well, let's try to prove that, just to make sure that is true. Some of us might know that already, just by knowing those number pairs. But let's try to prove that. So we have 5, our first addend. So let's add 5 to our 10 frame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to add our next addend, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see if that does equal 10 altogether. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 plus 5 equals 10. That is true. So we want to circle that one as well. Our third one down here says 2 plus 9 equals 10. Well, let's see if that's true. We're going to draw our 10 frame right here. We have 2 as our first addend, so on our 10 frame, let's put 2. 1, 2. And we're going to add our second addend here. Let's add 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I ran out of room. I have to start a new 10 frame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So right away you know that 2 plus 9 does not equal 10. We have an extra one down here in a 10 frame. Let's see what 2 plus 9 equals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This is false. 2 plus 9 does not equal 10. So we're going to cross that one out and not circle that one. Let's jump over here. 6 plus 3 equals 10. Let's try to solve for this one to see if it's true. I'm going to draw my 10 frame over here to help us if we need it. We're going to start with our first number, 6. And we're going to put 6 in our 10 frame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're going to add 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's count them all up to see what we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, does this equal 10? 6 plus 3 does not equal 10. 6 plus 3 equals 9. So this is not true. So we want to cross that one out. Our next one says 1 plus 9 equals 10. Let's try to prove that. Draw my 10 frame right here. We're going to put our first addend in. So we have 1. And we're going to add 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And right away I can tell that this is 10 because my 10 frame is all filled up. So 1 plus 9 does equal 10. We want to circle that one. That is true. And our last one down here, 4 plus 5 equals 10. Again, you want to try to prove it. So I'm going to draw a 10 frame. I'm going to put my first addend in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Add my second addend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's count them up and see if it equals 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Does 9 equal 10? No, that is false. So this one is not true. 4 plus 5 does not equal 10.
Now let's practice finding missing parts in a number sentence.
Now let's work on something that I feel like some of us struggle with, and I want to just make sure that we understand this and how to solve for these. So this is the part where we're filling in that missing number, that piece that we don't know. So we're just going to do a couple examples, filling in those missing numbers so that you guys get really, really good at this. Our first one is 4 plus what equals 10? I'm missing that part right here. 4 plus what? Well, we know our sum has to be 10. So we're going to start at the number that we know. We're going to start at 4. And we're going to add until we get to 10. And we're going to find out what number we added. So say 4 in your head. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Remember, I wanted to stop because that's my sum. So let's add and see how many we added. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4 plus 6 equals 10. So we solved for that missing number. The next one is a subtraction problem. So, just like we did for the addition, we're going to start at the part that we know. We're going to count down until we get to our sum, which is 6. And I'm going to do what I did before, I just add those dots to see how many we are counting down. So start at 10, say 10 in your head. 9, 8, 7, 6. I want to stop because I know that that's my sum. 10 minus 1, 2, 3, 4 equals 6. Our next one down here, something plus 8 equals 10. Let's figure out what this part is. Remember, we know that we need to stop at 10. That's our sum. So I'm going to start with the part that I know. I know that one part is 8. So let's start at 8. We're going to add up until we get to 10, and we'll see what we added. 8, say it in your head, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to stop, I got to my sum, let's see what we added, 1, 2. 2 plus 8 equals 10. Alright, what's going on over here? We got 3 more. This is a really tricky one, Okay, we have something equals 10 minus 4. We're just solving for this part right here. We already know our two parts. Okay, it's just flipped around. It just looks a little bit different, but you still solve it the same way. Start with 10 and subtract 4. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. 10 minus 4 equals 6. We have a missing part in the middle. 7 minus something equals 3. Again, I'm going to start with my Grace number, the part that I know. I'm going to count down until I get to 3. I'm going to put a mark up here for each time I count down. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Stopped at that number. Let's add up how many we took away. 1, 2, 3, 4. 7 minus 4 equals 3. And our last one kind of looks like the one we did up top. We're solving for an addition problem that says 4 plus 3 equals something. It's just flipped around, so don't let that confuse you. Let's add up the parts that we know. 4, 5, 6, 7. 4 plus 3 equals 7.
Great job listening. Hopefully this review helped with understanding number bonds and missing addends. Be sure to raise your hand if the problem's at station if you still need some help.